Hey everybody, Texans Girl here along with William Harvey, and we are here to recap the pathetic performance that the Houston Texans had today against the Minnesota Vikings. All I can say is, guys, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised with this performance. It just really sucks knowing that your team's 0-4. I mean, really, guys, it was 17-6 at halftime. 17-6. I mean, that means, so we had a great first half against the Steelers last week. The second half, we scored 0 points. The first half against this team, we scored 6 points. We scored 6 points in 4 quarters. Come on. That's pathetic. That's pathetic, and it's a joke. And you know what? There was a Steelers fan that commented last week on my post, and he's like, I know the Texans are better than their record, and damn right they are. We have the players. We have the talent. We have one of the best quarterbacks in the freaking NFL. But you know what? We still have Bill O'Brien, and he's a dunce. He's the freaking dunce of the NFL. He's a joke, and he's pathetic. And he makes me freaking sick. It was 17-6 at halftime, people. 17-6. The play calling was a joke. I was reading before the game, oh, Bill O'Brien's taking charge of the play calls. Oh, shit, really? He's a freaking joke. He's a joke. I'd let Harvey make the play calls. I'd let this dog make the play calls over Bill O'Brien, because Bill O'Brien is a crappy. He's garbage, and he's a dunce, and it's really, really sad. You take your number one weapon away from your quarterback. No wonder why Deshaun looks lost. He still passed for 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. The thing that bothered me is Deshaun doesn't look like Deshaun. I mean, he would run the ball. It was like, 3rd and 8, and he was throwing to the tight end, and they deflected the ball. Deshaun had a clear path to the first down. He could have ran for that first down. He didn't do it. So there's something up. Bill O'Brien sucks. His play calling sucks, and I don't like what he's doing with our quarterback. He's running him. He's running a very talented quarterback. Like I said, you take his number one weapon away with DeAndre Hopkins, and it's a bunch of junk. Will Fuller had a decent day today, and he had over 100 yards receiving. And that last play, he had a beautiful, beautiful play by Will Fuller. It just hit the ground, and it was unfortunately, it was called an incomplete pass, which was the right call. You know, as a Texans fan, you want to say that was a crummy call, but it was the right call. It was not a complete pass, and we ended up losing the football game. But the bottom line is our play calling, our quarterback looks lost, our offense is inconsistent, and our defense can't stop the run for nothing. Dalvin Cook ran all over our team. And Dalvin Cook's great. He's a great running back. But he had his way with the Texans. Well, my God, rightfully so. I mean, but we just couldn't stop them. And that's a problem. It was a problem last week with the Steelers. It's a problem this week. We have got to get it down. And you know what? You are what your record says you are. We're 0-4. We're at the cellar. We're at the cellar of the AFC South. Pathetic, Texans. Pathetic. I mean, you know, I turned it on some other games. I was watching the Cowboys Cleveland game. I was like, you know what? I owe the Cleveland Browns fans a really huge apology, because I was like, oh, Cowboys has this guy. They're going to beat them. No problem. My God. When I turned it on, it was like 38-14. I'm like, oh, the Browns has this. And then the Cowboys started to come back, just like they did against the Falcons. I mean, the sad thing is Dak Prescott, he passed for over 500 freaking yards. I mean, your quarterback passes for over 500 yards and you can't win the football game? That's a huge issue. My God. I didn't think there was a defense worse than ours. Well, the Cowboys defense, they're worse than ours. because that was pathetic. I mean, and the Cowboys are lucky. I mean, what, they're 1-3. They should be 0-4 because the Falcons, I mean, if those dummies would have just freaking jumped on the damn football, then they would have won the game. But the Cowboys, they're luckily they won that game. But looking at the other games, we watched the Seahawks game. Like I said, Russell Wilson has my vote for the MVP of the league. He looked phenomenal. I think the Seahawks defense needs to get it together, but Russell Wilson is on point. On freaking point. Tom Brady threw for 5 touchdowns. He had an interception. Whatever. I didn't watch that game, but I really didn't care about that game. Saw that the Colts easily beat the Bears. I think the game tonight I watched, we watched the Eagle game, and it was interesting. And I'm probably a bad mom because I let my 8-year-old son stay up and watch it. I'm trying to teach them the fundamentals of the game. I have 8-year-old twins, and they play flag football. And man, I'm sorry, my voice is kind of weird because we had a playoff game tournament yesterday, and I was really, really vocal and very emotional, as you all can kind of guess. But man, we played great. And my son, I've got one son that is very offensively minded, and I've got one son that is extremely defensively minded, and he's very talented. And we were watching the game tonight, and I was trying to teach him what was going on with the game. And we watched the Eagles. I'm glad the Eagles won, by the way. And they, what are they, 1-2-1 at the top of the NFC? Oh my God, that's really sad. But anyway, they still won. And I know that San Francisco, they don't have their quarterback. They were on their 3rd string quarterback, who, by the way, didn't play half bad. But still, I was trying to teach my son the game. And I was really surprised by that. I was surprised by the fact that the San Francisco 49ers lost. But anyway, I'm glad the Eagles won. Tomorrow's game, we've got actually 2 games, which is exciting. We've got the Chiefs. I know that was all postponed to COVID, and I really hope that those players that were affected by the COVID, I hope they're better. I know Cam Newton's out for the Patriots, and I mean, he's the most notable case that's out, but I hope he's well. I don't think he has any actual symptoms, which is a good thing. So I really hope they're all better, but we'll be watching 2 of the tomorrow night's games. They don't impact us because, my God, we're in the cellar. All I can say is, Texans fans, we're screwed. We're screwed because Cal McNair doesn't have the balls to fire the crummy coach that is known as Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien is garbage. He's a dunce. He needs to go away. He needs to be fired. And I'm not going to be satisfied till he is. I mean, Bill O'Brien makes Gary Kubiak look like the Messiah. And it's, like I said, guys, it is what it is. And we can only do what we can do. I love my Texans, and I want them to win. I just don't want Deshaun Watson. I can't stand seeing the look in his face. I can't stand seeing the look in his eyes, because Deshaun Watson is the future of our franchise. He is not only a really good human being, but he's a great quarterback, and I don't want to mess him up. But Bill O'Brien's doing the best in his ability to mess him up, and he makes me sick. So I really hope we can do something about that. Cal McNair, grow a set of balls and fire that son of a bitch. Fire the dunce that is Bill O'Brien. And Texans fans will be happy. Anyway, guys, I really hope everybody has a great week. We will be back at you. Next week, we play the Jaguars. it's a toss-up. That's all I can say. We should beat them, but you never know. Peace out.